move on to Van Jones and the blacks that support Trump. You know that is not allowed. Van Jones asked black Trump supporters if they would vote for him again. Here are their answers. Shout out to my girl Mix up in here. I see you, boo. Shout out to everyone that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
The president's cabinet shakeup, and that's, of course, only a fraction of what's unfolded over the last 102 days of the second Trump administration. The question is, what are voters making of it all? CNN's Van Jones has been talking to Trump supporters dating back to 2016. He is, as you know, a Democrat who is a former senior advisor to President Obama. For tonight's report, he met with a small group of black voters, a man and woman from South Carolina and another woman from North Carolina, all of whom voted for President Trump. CNN's exit polling shows Mr. Trump got 8% of the black vote in 2016, and that grew slightly into the teens over the next two elections.
Oh, no. You notice all you ninjas is fall 8%, 12 to 13. It's an increase. Yo, increasing. Oh, no. Dr. Umar, well, no, this is not Dr. Umar's thing. Rolly Roll is mad at y'all. Tariq, maybe not Tariq. Oh, I wonder if, what is his name? Ricky isn't changed yet. Remember when he came up with that dumbass video after Trump was inaugurated or elected? After he was elected, actually. Remember he said, y'all about to see, y'all about to be put in change. He gonna bring slavery back. I'm gonna have to keep asking y'all, anybody a slave yet, Bueller? Anybody in change? I'm talking to the colors though. Blacks, ebonies, coloreds, FBAs, any tethers even. Any of y'all in change yet, Bueller? Any chains? Any slavery? I'm not gonna play the video. Any chains? Any slavery yet? I mean, it is 102 days according to when this came out.
Van's report from Greenville, South Carolina.
There we are.
You do well.
And here we are in South Carolina with 3 Trump voters. You weren't always a Republican.
No, actually, I come from a family that was like.
Child, was that Rasputia, child? Who has seen Norbit? Oh my God! Lord, forgive me, child.
Take me to the king. Truth is,
Oh, hold on. Let me get the screenshot shot. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'm about to send this to my family. I ain't shit. I'm not shit. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
With 3 Trump voters. You weren't always a Republican.
No, actually, I come from a family that was like
Oh
super Democratic. My first time voting, I voted Democrat. I voted for Joe Biden.
What about Trump appealed to you?
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, part of it is he's an asshole. I like authenticity.
You voted for Obama then you voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. But 2020, you voted for Donald Trump. What made the change?
I began listening to someone, her name is Candace Owens, and I read her book, and it just opened my eyes to maybe he's not this person.
Oh, no, she is not allowed to listen to Candace Owens, girl. You know that is not allowed. That is against the black law.
Then you voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. But 2020, you voted for Donald Trump. What made the change?
I began listening to someone, her name is Candace Owens, and I read her book, and it just opened my eyes to maybe he's not this person that I have been led to believe that he was.
So you voted against Trump in 2016,
Yes.
but then in 2020, you voted for him?
Absolutely.
Why?
I saw how things were going during his first term, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was pleased with what was happening. I saw the economy getting better. I saw country relations in certain countries getting better.
What are some things that he's doing that you do like?
For me, I like the border. I just don't like the idea of someone coming here illegally and getting benefits that can serve my community. So that's the reason why I support him on that border policy.
Remember when we was watching the illegals come in? Shout out to y'all if you were here. We watched the illegals come in, and then they went all up there to Chicago, or they were transferred to Chicago from somebody in Texas, child. And then all the blacks were upset, and they was protesting, and they was at all the meetings. Where they been at lately? Anybody seen anything, Bueller? Y'all remember when they was out there saying that they was going to sue because they wasn't getting no benefits, and they was opening the school that they wanted open all this time, and they opened it for the for the illegals, but they entitled to it. It's their community. They pay taxes. They was going to do a lawsuit. What happened with that? Who in Chicago around here? I forget. What happened? I don't hear nobody no more. I ain't heard them in a while. Anybody know? Child. Wow, things have changed, child. Why are you looking like William from Girlfriends? I gotta grow up.
And getting benefits that can serve my community. So that's the reason why I support him on that border policy.
When you think about the border, you think about people coming here who are getting more help than people who live here and who were born here.
Yeah. And I got that perspective not from news channels. I got it from social media. TikTok is like a holy grail. We even see it with
TikTok is the holy grail. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. TikTok is the holy grail. We about to take a look at the holy grail in a moment. Child, come on, William, or whatever your name is.
not from news channels. I got it from social media. TikTok is like a holy grail. We even see it with the things that we learn about the United States government outside of the United States. People are showing Americans, hey, look at what's going on. Do y'all know that your government is doing this? Have you seen this? Have you looked at it from this perspective?
You know, people, when they think about a Trump voter, they usually think about like a white dude with like a red hat on and a pickup truck, and y'all like not that at all. So Donald Trump's team went in, they took down Harriet Tubman's picture for a quick minute. They're trying to like knock out the black museums. What does that have to do with the price of eggs, and how does that impact you?
In some ways, it's a slap in the face. In other ways, I don't care. I care more about how I'm going to take care of my children.
I don't think the average American cares about that. I know I am sick and tired of seeing Black people sit there and complain about something, but not taking action and steps to actually try to change things in an appropriate manner.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Child. You remember the movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg? Molly, you in danger, girl. Whatever this lady name is, Kaisha or something. Kaisha, you in danger, girl. You ain't allowed to say all that. Girl, you breaking the rules, breaking the law, child, breaking the law.
I don't think the average American cares about that. I know I am sick and tired of seeing Black people sit there and complain about something, but not taking action and steps to actually try to change things in an appropriate manner.
Under the Trump and Biden administration, they came to certain agreements with police departments to be less brutal toward the Black community. Trump has now ended all that. How does that help the Black community?
I have a lot of issues with police reform and just with how police officers are treated as a whole. My husband is currently going through the process to become a police officer. The amount of hatred that cops get, even the best ones, I think has become a huge problem because it has been, especially around election times when it definitely comes out of like, oh no, the cops are bad. The cops hate you because you're Black. They're immediately deemed as evil.
This man is talking about running for a third term. Now, what do you think about that?
The third term, for me, absolutely not. I think it's at the end of these 4 years, it's time to move on.
This is a prime example of him trolling people because people have said like, oh, if he gets in the office, he's gonna be a dictator. He's gonna try to run for a third term. So he's like, okay, y'all think I'm gonna mess with y'all and say this to take y'all up.
I thought you loved this man because he's so authentic and he's such a
But you
truth
need
teller.
to know the difference between somebody trolling somebody, and this is a prime example of him being a troll.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump again? Yes or no?
Yes, I would. Now, in the future, I am not a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican. If there were a Democratic candidate who was more aligned for me, then I would vote Democrat.
If you go back in time, would you vote for Donald?
Who's a good Democrat, y'all? Because we still waiting. Is it Jasmine Crockett? Woo! Who's a good Democrat? Because they ain't got nobody. It's gonna be JD Vance. It's gonna be JD Vance. Shout out to Derwin the Destroyer. I see you, boo. Who is it gonna be? Cam might run again, y'all. Y'all gonna vote for Big Boy? Child, ain't no way. If they vote that damn man in, child, I'll be in the Caribbean anyway. But still, that idiot. California is doing such great things out there. Shout out to California. Nicole, I know you joking. I missed it. Not Stephen A. Yo, why did I hear someone actually say that though? Stephen A. Smith could run. I said, y'all just be saying shit. Y'all just be saying shit. Child, I cannot. Come on, Respucia.
Now, in the future, I am not a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican. If there were a Democratic candidate who was more aligned for me, then I would vote Democrat.
If you go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think I might know the answer on this.
She said yes. It's immediately yes. No, I'm sorry.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
1,000% absolutely yes.
And Van Jones joins me now. It's interesting, most of the information that they are getting.
That's it? You ain't got no more than that? You talk to them for 5 damn minutes? CNN.
Misinformation they may be getting is coming from online.
Really, 100%. The thing that surprised me the most was how much social media is dictating, especially the younger guy. You know, he said, look, I'm learning all this stuff about America that I didn't know. I'm like, where are you learning from? TikTok. China. Guys, you're a Republican and you're taking the Chinese narrative about your own country to heart. But that was...
Now, listen, I'm going to have to agree with him on that, y'all. I'm going to have to agree with him on that. That's crazy. Because everyone on TikTok knows everything. Y'all know that they be... Not those people, but you know, the people we be watching, they got so much faith in that shit. And it's still on the table to be taken on up out of here. I got to use it as much as possible. But how come ain't nobody over there on TikTok that love it so much trying to buy the shit? I'm just saying, child. What do I know? But Van, I agree with him from that perspective.
Guys, you're a Republican and you're taking the Chinese narrative about your own country to heart. But that was a big part of their whole information ecosystem.
Yeah,
social media.
Does it seem to you that do they follow news closely? I mean,
no, that was the other thing too. Is that one of the women said, "Look, I do not watch any of the media." She says, "I have some influencers I follow. Candace Owens being a big deal, and Newsmax, and that is their information system." And listen,
What is Newsmax? I don't know what that is.
These are hardworking people. They're good people. They care about the country, but they are in a completely different information environment than people who I talk to every day.
Yeah, Jones.
So he thinks it's because it's the information environment, which I'm not disagreeing with him. I most certainly hope that those people listen to something other than TikTok. But child, that's what I hear from my kids. Oh, I learned it from TikTok. I know from TikTok, child. That's fine, but can you look at anything else? Do you look at anything else? That's crazy. And like we're about to see, because we're about to go into the student loan stuff, is just because somebody says it don't make it true. That's why you got to look at different sources of things to try to source it out. But you can't tell these people nothing. They just be like, oh, TikTok said it must be true. I'm telling you, I hear that from my kids all the damn time. I'll be like, Lord, who the hell raised you people? Child, but I digress. Anyway, so yeah, so that was that part of the Trump thing, because everything is Donald Trump's fault. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Physically. We do not care